All right. So my tight end is Cole Kmet. Now, we all know tight ends, they take a little time to find their footing and really come into their own. So going into his third season this year, he is one of two weapons, offensive weapons on this offense here. I should say offensive weapons. That's repetitive and redundant. I'm sorry. Receiving weapons on this offense. Darnell Mooney, obviously the number one guy. I think, as you just said, he can be the number two option on this passing offense. And he had an insane amount of targets last year. He had 93 targets and 60 receptions. What's the one thing that held him back from being higher than finishing at tight end 13 was touchdowns. 0 touchdowns. 0. Guys that are getting that many targets, they are producing way higher than him and scoring more points. They're getting 6 to 10 touchdowns on the season. So the fact there should be some positive regression here for him in the touchdown column. And people are really down on him. He's currently going as tight end 20, which is extremely cheap. And I know everyone thinks this offense is going to be terrible. And it's probably going to still be pretty bad. Let's be honest. It can't be worse than last year. I do expect Justin Fields to take a step forward this year now that Matt Nagy is gone and they're going to be installing a little bit different offense with the new coaching staff there. So I do expect this offense to take a step forward. He's going to be part of it. And I mean, just kind of, again, piggybacking off of what you said with the number 2 targets on the team, it's kind of just wheels up for him. And I think you can really get him at a good value right now, especially now before training camp starts and he starts making some of those plays. Now's the time to strike.
Like the Cobra Kai. This is your
That's
time.
Right.
Sweep the leg. Go get Cole Kmet on your teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people using the 0 touchdown argument to the contrary and say, look at this joker. He couldn't even get 1 touchdown with all those targets. I just don't get it because, the offense was awful. They barely scored all year. So that's not just Cole Kmet's fault. But as they start to score more touchdowns this year, guess what? He's going to get some.
Yeah,
I'm in the mood.
So just for reference, Justin Fields only threw 7 touchdown passes last year.
There you go.
So, well, yes, you could say that, he didn't catch any. It's because there was none to be had on the team. They were just that fucking poor of an offense.
We're so bad, which is great as Packer fans, but miserable if you were a Cole
as a team, because remember we had Andy Dalton starting some games and Nick Foles had started. So they had 16 total offensive passing touchdowns. 16. They had less than 1 a game. That's how bad the offense was.
Did somebody score more rushing touchdowns than that themselves? I feel like a running back did last year, but I could be making that up. I think there's somebody who got like 16 rushing touchdowns themselves, more than the entire goddamn offense on the Bears.
I'm sure. Was it JT? I think it was JT.
It could have been. That seems legit.
Give me a second here. I'll pull up the well, JT had 18 rushing touchdowns.
There you go.
James Conner had 15.
Yep.
Damian Harris had 15. I mean, there was guys that were right up there. Yeah.
It's just wild. But yeah, I buy into this hardcore with Cole Kmet. I've wavered on him in the past, but I won't be doing it going forward. I'm going to hammer. I'm going to Cobra Kai him. I'm going to get him on my team, Dustin.
Nice. I like it.